Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So let's get right into it, right? So one of the things that I wanted to do is just really reintroduce the channel and what my heart is behind it, what my purpose is behind it, what it is that I want to do, and really just invite you all on that journey with me. All right, so one of the questions is, who is this channel for? Who is it made for? Who's supposed to be here? What information are we going to find? What are we going to learn? You know, is it going to be just funny things? Is it going to be, educational? All of those things. Just kind of what should we look for? And for the channel itself, I almost want it to be a bridge in a journey in the life with me type of thing, where I'm in the middle right now in the process of building a business. And we'll talk about that in more details. So really just following me on that journey of building the business while it's in progress. One of the things that I noticed, and just me watching YouTube, because I'm very particular, I'm very strategic on what it is that I watch on YouTube. I do feel like my time is valuable, that it is one of the greatest assets that I have. So to just waste time on YouTube, I don't necessarily do that. However, I do look for channels that fills the gaps in different places of my life, whether it's spiritually, whether it is emotionally. There's certain things that I need to learn and I feel like I need to glean as a woman. So those are the things that I'm looking for. Sometimes when it comes to things with business and making sure that I am continuing to sharpen myself in the business arena, those are the things I'm looking for whenever I'm on YouTube, where I'm looking at videos and content and those sort of things. And sometimes it's just that midnight, type scroll, the baby's up and I just want a good laugh. But for the majority of the time, I really am trying to steward anyway my time online and the content that I'm looking at. So it's going to be more of a journey in the life of me as I built my business, as I'm on my way to success. I noticed that quite a bit of people, they will look backwards or take you backwards after they have made it to this point of success, after they have kind of obtained at least some status of the American dream. Then they want to look back and try to pull you with them and say, here's your, top 3 steps to get you, to make you a millionaire or whatever the case may be. And very rarely did I find information and just the journey along the way. Like, what was your mindset? Like, yeah, we get that you are so positive now. Yeah, we get that you've gleaned those things now. But what was your mindset when you were facing 10 no's? Right? What did you do to pivot? What did you do to make sure that you continued to propel yourself forward? What did you do to make sure that you didn't hit that roadblock? What are those things? And I know that by setting up the channel this way, that there's going to be a limited few people who actually want to join me in that journey and see what that process is, because a lot of people like to see the success overnight, right? They like to feel like that part of it is attainable. And in today's society, people really do forget that you have to oven bake a business. It's a microwave society, but you have to oven bake a business. So those are things that I really just want to highlight, and just to be quite honest with you, I won't really know until I've reached that point of success of what mindsets are actually beneficial to that crossroad moment, or those sort of things. But I think it'll be awesome to take a look back on it, because I know I'm going to be successful. I know that I'm going to get all of the things that God has promised me to do as I walk out my obedience in Him. And I think it's going to be a good time, really looking back on it and say, oh, child, now that moment, I thought this was it. But God said otherwise. So that's going to be a purpose, kind of like journey in the life type thing. And then also spiritually, and that's one of the things that I didn't necessarily set out to do. I don't want to be, still do not want to be anyone's source of wisdom or guidance or anything like that when it comes to your own personal spiritual walk with God. But I do want to make sure that wherever I am a reminder to people of where ultimate wisdom is, right? I can't be, and I know, nor do I want to be put on somebody's pedestal. I don't want to be seen in a way where people begin looking at me just like they do so many others for wisdom or for advice or for instruction or whatever. I'm human just like everybody else is. I'm walking out this walk just like everybody else is. But God does speak to me. He does use me. He does, make the word come alive to me just like he would anybody else. And I would like to use those as opportunities to really bring people in and remind them that God is still God, regardless of what your situation looks like. If it looks like the best or if it looks like the worst, he's still God. So I want it to be an invitation to really just look back to God for all it is that you need for building your own business, right? I do want it to be something where our community that we built here is of other people who are building things and are trying to push for their businesses and trying to get those God-given things in place. I want it to build a safe community for other people like me who's in that same boat, right? And just those who may just want some practical tips. My business itself is in property management. I am a property manager. So I will be kind of going through some of the steps that I'm taking in order to build my business, and hopefully that, from a practical sense of things, will be helpful for people who are looking to get into property management. If you have questions and you want to be a property manager, those are sort of things that I'll answer what I can, help you punch you in the right directions for things that I don't have the answers for. But for anybody who is particularly interested in the industry, this is also a good spot for you to really see not necessarily just what they portray it to be, but what the actual ins and out of the business actually is. Okay, so the way that I've kind of set things up, hopefully it makes it a little bit easier to navigate. Every Monday, I'll be putting out some sort of motivational type video, and that really just allows us all to start our weeks off well. It would usually be based off of a Bible verse, something that I am personally meditating on myself, or that God has revealed to me in my own walk, in my own journey, whether it be in my own spiritual journey or whether in the journey with the business, just something that has motivated me that I can hang on to for the week and really kind of chew on. I would definitely share that. And then throughout the week, the channel is really just set up into different playlists, and the playlists are really set up into different categories of things that we will be discussing. So for instance, if it's just let's chat, it'll be something like this where we're just chatting, and it could be a wide variety of topics, just something that may be on my heart or on my mind in the moment, or something that may have come up in the business kind of sporadically. It'll be something of that nature. And then outside of that, it'll be other topics like the business plan. Right, where I'll actually be sitting down and kind of going over the details of how I'm actually planning and preparing to build this business. Now, I will say I'll probably do two sides of things because I have a unique opportunity here where right now on YouTube I have I have 32, I believe, subscribers, 32 or 37, but somewhere around there as far as subscribers go, a very low number of watches and views. So what I'll probably do as far as a numbers perspective go, I will probably put the YouTube business that I'm creating, because again, I don't do anything just idly. This is something that I'm strategically doing and trying to put together. But I'll probably put that information more at the forefront of things. And then the property management business, when it comes to actual numbers, I probably will not post, because we are running a business and we do run a business in our local area. And I just don't think that information, all information there, needs to be privy to our local market. Okay, so I will reveal what I can reveal. There's probably times where I will probably do a little bar graph type thing, or some way where we can still celebrate the numbers, celebrate the wins, celebrate the improvement, but I won't put the actual dollar amounts on it. I won't put the actual numbers there, where we can see the growth and progress, but not necessarily where that's at. We do have to maintain some level of some level of privacy in an effort to be transparent, but we do have to maintain that level, because we do have real competitors out there. We do have real people that we are, we're working with and all of that good stuff. So we don't necessarily want all of our business like that to be online. So I do have a unique opportunity to do that. In a separate video, I will dive more into kind of what I'm doing with YouTube in general and the strategy of that when it comes to the business plan. And I'm really kind of excited about that. I'll tell you guys how that has unfolded, what I initially got into it for, I thought I was doing it for, and then things that I'm seeing now. My baby's sitting up and eating my pickle. And things that that I'm seeing now. And we're just gonna walk this thing out together. I look forward to celebrating with you guys. I look forward to growing with you guys. I look forward to sharing this part of me with you all. I'm gonna try not to, bore you guys either. I'm not necessarily in the club. I'm not necessarily out. I'm not outside like that or anything like that. I'm working. I'm a working mother. I'm a wife. And I am taking day by day to live life intentionally, to live it to the fullest, and to live it the way that God has created me to do it. So I invite you on this journey. I'm happy you've been here with me thus far. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So the next video, I will really say, if you're interested in the YouTube portion of it, I'll break down a little bit more of the actual strategy that I am putting into place or implementing for YouTube and seeing how it works. This is, for me, a walk of faith and an act of obedience out of something that I feel like God put in my heart, and we're gonna do it. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.